Hi, sheepy. Hi, sheepy. How are you doing tonight? And, hello, sheepy. It's good to see you all again tonight. And as I promised last time, I'm starting things new. I'm starting a new thing going on now, and that's none other than, well, from now on, just once in a while, I'm going to have some special guests. That's right. It's not going to be just me talking all the time. Like I said in my last video, I'm now having, once in a while, some special guests. Because you know what? I am part of the New World Order. I am so proud of being a New World Order. I am part of the 1%, for real. I am the 1%. New World Order rules. But you know what? It's not always just about me. It's about other sheepy being stars too. So, like I said, not all just about me. Even though I'm the 1%, I control just about everything out there. I control all you 99% out there. Ha 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 ha. Me being the 1%, me being the Illuminati, me being the New World Order, me being the ultimate power that be. Ha 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 ha. But it's all not all about me. I love my sheep, and I want to give my other sheepy a chance. So, without further ado, for the first time ever on the MR.WOLF show, I give to you my very first guest. Hailing from parts unknown, from wherever, I don't care. I give you my first guest. First guest. Mrs. Behead, the extreme feminist. That's right, Mrs. Behead, the extreme feminist. And how are you doing tonight, Mrs. Behead?
Are you a man? I don't like men.
She's asking me if I'm a man.
That's right. Me being an extreme feminist, I do not like men. All men suck.
Well, let me ask you something, Mrs. Behead. Do I look like a man to you? Do I look human to you? Do I look like a man?
Well, whatever.
Anyway, all my fans out there, like I said, this is something new. I'm not the only one who has something to say. And tonight, I figured I let Mrs. Extreme Feminist herself, the most extreme of the extreme feminists, Mrs. Behead, speak her mind as my special guest. Ha 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 ha. Would you like to do that, Mrs. Behead?
Yes, I will. And you better not me like a man. I hate men. Men suck.
Like I said, most people say I don't look like a man, not to mention human. So, anyway, Mrs. Behead, why don't we just move right along? And, tonight it's your show.
Well, all right, you say so. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's another thing, too. I just remembered. I just remembered something, Mrs. Wolf.
What's that, Mrs. Behead?
Don't forget, you promised me a lot of things out here about being a special guest tonight.
That's right. I remember, Mrs. Behead.
To do the thing for the feminist sisterhood, you need to do it, all that money you promised.
Yep, no problem, Mrs. Behead.
All that coverage.
Yep.
And, I want the world, I want the stars, because I'm a woman, I deserve it all. And, oh, yeah, most importantly, you said have me over for dinner. You have a good dinner for me.
Yes, yes, I did, Mrs. Behead.
So, I want a nice, good dinner here. You said you have me over for dinner.
Yes, I did. I have you over for dinner, Mrs. Behead. I won't forget that.
So, okay, well, we got that out of our way. I'm a woman, I'm entitled to everything.
Mrs. Behead. Right. Moving right along. Moving right along. Like I said, this is my special guest, my first of many, Mrs. Behead, and Mrs. Behead, the extreme feminist.
Yeah, that's right, and don't you forget it.
Oh, very funny, Mrs. Behead.
Well, I came here to speak my mind. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Well, go on, Mrs. Behead. You're my special guest.
Okay. Well, one of the first things I want to talk about is first thing at all, me being an extreme feminist, I have one thing to say. All men are inferior to our sisters.
Oh, is that right, Mrs. Beefhead?
Yes, that's true. All men are inferior to our sisters, but through our good grace, we strive for equality, and even through we're still oppressed. So, even through we're still oppressed, we strive for equality, and even through we're superior. Yeah, 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 yeah. And another thing, all men are chauvinist sexist pigs who need to be castrated if they're not tamed.
Ah, is that right, Mrs. Beefhead?
That's right. They should all be castrated if they're not tamed. Nah, 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 nah. And all men must not look woman in the ever. All men must not look woman in the eye. All men must not look woman in the eye. They must only speak to a woman when spoken to, and must not ever act flirtatious or hit on a woman ever, no matter what the woman is wearing. That's right. Even though we can dress up like total sluts and whores at Slut Walk, a man is never, never, ever to speak to a woman or spoken to, or never act lewd, or never look at a woman if she's naked or looks like a whore or anything. We can go to Slut Walk all the time, and men cannot look at us. Nah, 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 nah. And if you know another thing, I hear a lot of men, a lot of men are feeling insecure and they're not comfortable about approaching a woman. So you know what? If there's men out there, if a man feels insecure and he's not comfortable about approaching a woman, afraid she'll lash out at him, oh, that's all for the better. We need for guys to be scared of us so we can dominate them the way a master race dominates a slave, the way the white man used to dominate a black guy. Oh, I hate to say it, but that's the truth. What's wrong with us ruling the world? We see nothing wrong with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and by the way, even though you strive to make men cower, and even though you try to make men scared of us, you know, we're still all for equal rights. Even if we have to beat up on men and make them scared of us, we're still for all equal rights. After all, we're still oppressed. We're still oppressed.
Oh, really? How about that, Mrs. Beefhead?
Yes, it's true. We're still all oppressed. Even though we have gazillion rights, gazillion more rights than men, means we can beat the crap out of them and make them as slaves, and they should not look us in the eyes. We're still oppressed, fellow sisters. So anything goes.
Ah, how about that, Mrs. Beefhead? Ha 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 ha.
Oh, and another thing, a man must realize that in an equal and just society, women can disrespect and talk shit to a man anytime. But, but, should a man ever make one small protest, if a man makes one small protest, he shall be branded a woman hater.
Oh, how about that, Mrs. Beefhead? Woman hater, huh?
That's right. A woman can talk all the shit she wants to the guy. That's perfectly normal in a just and equal society, even if we're still oppressed. But you guys don't say one little thing, you'll be a man hater. That's right. Oh, and another thing. I hear about these dating sites for men, all these male dating sites, all these, like life coaches, that they're, it's just, well, I'll tell you, all these men, life coaches, all these male these dating services but run by men, what blasphemy, what heresy. It's like they're trying to make men feel good about themselves. But seriously, here's the truth. They're not trying to make men feel good about themselves. You know, they're not trying to tell men to be successful and confident. They're not telling men to really build themselves up. What they're really trying to do, let's be honest, they're just trying to tell guys, telling all you men out there how to manipulate women and also how to get laid. That's what it's all about.
Ah, is that right, Mrs. Beefhead? Thank you for telling us. Ha 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 ha.
Yes, that's the truth. That's what it's all really about. They're not trying to make guys feel good about themselves or build confidence. It's all about sex. It's all about manipulating women. Oh, we're so oppressed. See? Yeah, we're all oppressed, right?
Yep, I suppose so.
Oh, and another thing. And another thing. If women, get right. I've heard that women get more rights than men in the courtroom. Women always get the child custody. No, that doesn't count because you know what? We're still because women are still oppressed, so that doesn't count. And there's just so many more things to talk about.
Well, let's move